back to the Dram Diaries. It's me, Peter. I'm doing a throwdown today. A couple months ago, I got this Elijah Craig 15-year, 108 proof, $150 a bottle. I'm not usually the guy that will spend that much on a bottle, but I had the opportunity. I really do like Elijah Craig, so I had to get it. Then I was thinking, this thing's 108 proof. This was the A925 Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye that came out last year, the end of 2025. This thing is also 108 proof, the same as that 15-year Elijah Craig single barrel. This is 12 years and 3 months old. I figured, you know what? How comparable as far as the quality of the whiskey are they? Then I remembered I had poured a sample of some Henry McKenna 10yr single barrel that I'd put into one of these full-size mini barrels. I think it was, I don't know, it might have been, early in 2025. It was in there for 3 or 4 months, I think, when the weather was a little warmer. Anyways, it went up to 110 proof. So I thought, hey, you know what? Why don't I compare that and see how close it gets to this Elijah Craig 15-year? Because McKenna 10-year in our area is, in Oregon, I think it's like $65 a bottle now. But the mini barrel that this Henry McKenna 10-year came out of previously had some Elijah Craig barrel proof in it. So it wasn't like a new barrel. So anyways, that's what I've got here. And I'm just going to go through them, see what I think. They're all going to be good. I'm just curious, like, how much better is this going to be, or how close or good is this McKenna 10-year compared to that? And of course, something that was not too difficult to get, this Elijah Craig Rye. Okay, these are all going to be that classic Heaven Hill, I like brown sugar, caramel, oak, spice. It's a little greener smelling. And these are surprisingly, why I say surprising, they're all from the same distillery, so it shouldn't surprise me. So I'm just going to start with A. I like the nose equally on all of them. I'm not going to give you a bunch of those notes because you know what Heaven Hill is about. That's what I'm getting here. I am getting some peanut on this one. Man. That's an immense amount of brown sugar, I feel like oak and rye spice, like a caramel, like a dark caramel. That's tasty, man. Whatever it is, it doesn't drink to me at around 108 proof. It drinks as far as the burn. I don't know, closer to 100 proof probably. Okay, yeah, that's. That must be the rye. That's much more cinnamon, I don't know, nutmeg maybe? Some caramel, vanilla, but the rye spice to me is coming through more. Watch, I'll eat my words. I think that's the rye. I haven't had any of these in quite a while. I only had maybe 2 ounces of this, and I gave the rest away. All the rest of it, I gave samples out. So that's funny. The stuff that I get like this, that's a little more hard to get or expensive, I tend to not drink a whole lot of it. I kind of give it out to friends that are into bourbons and whiskeys. Man, that's good. That one, there's a lot going on in the finish on that one. Like, the finish is warmer as far as flavor, like cinnamon red hot almost. These are, I don't know, these aren't like that far off from each other as far as the quality of the whiskey I'm drinking, you know? So I am going to have to pause this and I'm going to go through this and I will let you know. Hopefully right now you can tell if you couldn't get this and you couldn't get this, get yourself a full-size mini barrel. Go ahead and make it. At some point, I'm working on a different way to make these lids. You can see I'm not using the wooden dowel anymore. I'm doing this. I'm working on a few things. I may start selling these barrels again instead of just the lids. I don't know. Depends on how much time I have. Got a lot of other things going on. So I will be right back. Okay, I got my ranking. It was pretty tough. Now I have to say, I prefer bourbons to ryes. I did really enjoy this rye. My last place, because, and I think it's this rye, it just, it was obviously good, but the palate felt not as oily, and it felt just a little muted as far as the experience and the complexity compared to the other two. And the finish was just not, I don't know, just not as long lasting or like punchy in flavor, which I do love a good finish. So Glass B was my last place. Okay, that's what I thought. So the rye was my last place. So it was between these two bourbons. They were, I'm going to tell you, they were close, and this one here started off a little softer, and then it ramped up, and the palate, end of the palate just got sweeter, front of the palate and the end of the palate really, but the finish had like loads of really delicious spice and caramel sweetness. This one started off a little more intense, and it's just like a darker version of this one. The truth is, between these two, honestly, it would be a mood pour. I believe, let me just sip them again. I had to go back and forth a couple of times on these. Yeah, man, that's good. Loads of caramel, cinnamon, oak, but like a caramel that is caramelized, like more, like a little bit darker. I don't know what that would be, but this is just a darker version of this. This one's a little brighter. It has a little bit more going on in the finish. So I would pick this one if I had to pick between the two. This would be my first place. So second place, yeah. Second place was this, the McKenna 10yr in the full-size mini barrel. It was like 3 or 4 months. It went to 110 proof. So first place, yep. First place. There you go, number one. It's really good. But if I could get 2 McKenna 10yr that were in full-size mini barrels, and this was only for 3 or 4 months. Oh gosh, I don't know. I might do that, honestly, because they're very close. It just kind of pick what you prefer, you know. What are you in the mood for that particular day? So pretty soon I'm going to let you guys know what I've got currently aging. I have a little over 20 of these mini barrels aging right now, and I'm going to get a couple more going. Yeah, I'm probably going to put another 10-year Heaven Hill in one of these and try and leave it for a year, and then I'll come back and compare it to this. So anyways, did you have this Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye, the A925? It was the very first one. I have one more bottle unopened. I'm just going to hang on to it for a while and open it sometime later just to compare, you know, with whatever newer version of this comes out. And then what about this Elijah Craig Single Barrel? Would you pay $150 for this, the 15-year? Would you make a full-size mini barrel, or would you even purchase one, or purchase just the lid and do the rest yourself and put some McKenna in there? Honestly, for me, this is the route I'm going to go, because it's just really good. It's incredible what you get out of these mini barrels. So, all right. Thank you for watching. Until next time.